It's Wednesday afternoon on this beautiful May day, and I'm on a roll. You know, when I do all the makeup and all that, might as well get them all. Plus, I'm traveling to Sedona next week. So, we've got the pink pants, Trump, Special Counsel Jack Smith. This is his worry doll today. And I have in the past said or did a reading to indicate that I felt like the Proud Boys jury trial needed to be finished before Jack Smith would indict Trump. I felt that that was important because they didn't want to mess with anything related to, they didn't want to shake that jury. That was a long case, the Proud Boys case. There was anything that happened outside the court, disrupted it. The lawyers did everything they could to delay. And they really had a great result from that. And so is there a holdup now? What's holding it up? I did some cards, deck of characters earlier, that could indicate it might come next week. I'm hoping while I'm in Sedona. But let's take a look at it. And in earlier readings, I also got that it wasn't clear who would indict first necessarily. And I also got the crab in the center of Earth. Like there's so many different puzzle pieces that they're reacting to that you almost like a crab, go this direction, go this direction. And it looks like they're close to completing their case. A lot of the, even though he has different different cases, a lot of there's a big overlap in the Trump world on the characters for a number of different cases. So we're looking at this. Is this Jack Smith just on this one case? Can we get a sense of timing? Can we get an idea of if we can do that? And is Jack Smith ready? Are we going through? Are we doing this? This is the Dagara Cowrie shell reading. There's 5 elements: fire, water, earth, mineral, nature. There's a stone for each of the elements plus 2 for water. This is a divination that opens up the realm of our ancestors to speak to us, including our founding ancestors that founded the country. So here we go. What do we need to know? Is there anything you can tell us that would be helpful to know about timing and the Mar Largo Document case involving, let's look at Jack Smith and Trump. All right, let's do this. So when I first look at this, I see that the Jack Smith worry doll is feet on the gold with the head touching the Weta May. And over here I see the worry doll for Trump face up, his head touching in the blue water, and this sacred value stone here touching the relationship ring with the deep water stone here. In this deep water is a pot of gold. And that pot of gold is this big shell as it enters Earth. This pot of gold is in the deep water. This deep water is related to values, but this is probably his relationship with Melania. So there's going to be an offering, possibly was Melania a witness or gave information up? There's aspects to the law on regard to testifying about what a spouse said. It doesn't cover everything, but I think Melania may have given up something. There's a whole pot of gold here. And there's a 4 here and a subspace portal. It could be 4 things that came out that are important, that are coming home. The Earthstone is here, is this story that wants to have an opportunity to shine. It's very close to home. The Sacred Wisdom Stone is here, which is touching Earth. This is ready to come in. The little watch is right here. There could already be talk There could already be a conversation ongoing with the arrangements with Trump's lawyers to show up. Basically, the details of a surrender and an indictment to show up at an institution. The weird thing is that I've got this dice here, and I don't know what this is. It almost looks like an amoeba or a disease, and it's got also the Viking cap or a cell, or I don't know what this is. It's prickly. It had this on the side. I'm not sure what this is. The cactus shows up here, and maybe this is this relationship to this prickliness, like the start of something, like you're diseased. I got this before, that his stature and power, his power that he held when it comes home, that he will be looked at. It's going to be hard to hug him because he's prickly. When he goes through this comes out. This kind of sets maybe like a virus or a prickliness in wanting to associate with him or be tied to him. That it will start to change public opinion, or change his desirability, possibly. Here's the angel here with one snake bone, and there's another snake bone over here. I think this will be the first one to enter through the portal to tell the story. It's not, It may only be a partial part of the story. It's not going to tell about the circle of influence or the circle. It may be a limited story, not the complete view of it. I think there'll be things held back. But the crystals go here and the heart goes here. You have the gun and the elephant ring and the giraffe. And this is almost like, this is a firecracker. This isn't going to be good for him in any way, or how people perceive or see him as a potential to be the president. It is going to tie him with other conspiracies or other things. There's been some likely insight or listening or recording of those that have been involved with this. I think they're still working with others to talk, to get more witnesses. They're still doing deals. But in the Mar Largo problem, the gold is, it doesn't necessarily mean money. It can mean that he has the goods. He's standing firm on what he has what he needs. But I don't think that that's the end of it. They're still developing more. The others that might be involved, will develop further. There's a woman here with this on top of the head. I think it won't disclose everything. This piece of paper is partially in earth. I think it's ready to be announced. I don't know if there's other factors delaying this, because if it's basically negotiated, the talks can start to how would he turn himself in. From the lawyer's point of view, they could say, well, Trump has the town hall and then he has this event or he has that event. They will try to put it off. This is interesting. This is the little city with the buildings. This could be an Arab country, say like Saudi Arabia, Gulf. This cube might represent, it's not tied to this. This might represent what's been reported as related to this. I only think we're going to get a little bit. In the end, this is going to greatly diminish those that will want to support him. This is the pot of gold, and this is also gold here. In whatever legal way Melania could help, I believe she did. And there's still going to be more, but I do think this is the next portal to go through. And there's other deals, and there's something that's going to be quite explosive about this. But it's still going to be, I don't think we'll get the full picture in the initial indictment. It will only be a part of it. And then I think they will try to keep using that. I think they want to get started and put the stake in the ground. But they'll use that to extend out, because there's others involved in this likely. They'll use that to extend out and bring in as whoever was involved in a group sense. It doesn't say timing. I did cards that I thought, it's also, I listened to an astrologer. It's a significant, like a week from now. It's a significant time. I think this isn't far off. I think it's already possibly being negotiated and the subject's been broached, or they're working this out. But it's only going to be somewhat partial in terms of that. And this is the Firestone. I didn't say this. The Firestone is here in water. And this is murkiness, or I'm not murky. This is lack of clarity, focus, or clear vision. I think it comes down to we're just not going to see all of it. It's only going to be a partial view. I don't think he sees what's coming to him with this. I think he still thinks he can use this when it gets announced as a platform of power, but I think that's unlikely. I don't know, with the New York case, they had him turn himself in, and once the lawyers were in town and he was in town, they showed him the indictment. They might be keeping this indictment close to the vest, and he may not know what's in it while they're going through this negotiation. We'll see. But they have some really good things. I just don't think he knows, and I don't think he may know. And some of it may have to do with his intent. So we'll see. Soon, I hope.